Jessica with another segment of Jessica Chats, and you are on the couch with Jessica. Today I'm going to be giving you a couple of pop culture hot topic things that's going on and my opinion on it. So let's get started. Okay, so first, you guys like my shirt? It says I am limited edition, which I am, one of a kind. Okay. Second, um, I kind of did my makeup a little bit today. Got a little bit of a green shadow, um, brown. If you see a top knot. So, just did something real basic, something simple. Lax. We on the couch. We talking. So nothing major. But first, I want to get started with this whole Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian situation. So the baby's name is True Thomas. Okay, great. Is she gonna get back with him? Most likely. She probably ain't even left. Um, Most likely, her mom, Kris Jenner, is convincing her to stay. Kim Kardashian, I would say she's probably telling her, you know, give it a couple months and then maybe leave. Because with that family, they want to get some stuff on their TV show. They need a story, need a headline that can keep you wanting to come back to the show. I unfortunately watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. That is my guilty pleasure. I like the show. I think they are unknowingly hilarious. But Khloe is the realest one. You know, she's a ride or die. I think that if you're gonna stay with someone that used to do drugs, a crackhead, and going to brothels and things like that, and then you've gotten cheated on over the times, many times over the years, I think you would stay with your baby father. His problem is he can't keep it in his pants. From the previous baby mama to Khloe currently to the girlfriend before his baby mother, before Khloe. So, it's a lot of you think you are great because you're a basketball player. You didn't nobody know your name until you got with the Kardashian, okay? Let's be honest. You was a C, maybe a D player. You wasn't even A or B. You was like last string, okay? And now you're getting a little more playing time because you're with the Kardashians and they put more seats in the stadiums and things like that. So I think he's probably really trying to beg and plead her to stay because of that factor alone. She, on the other hand, you in emotions of I'm a new mom, oh the baby, and you go through that depression, but it's guilty yet happy phase in your life when it comes to a new child and your spouse. Because I can say that with my daughter, when I had my daughter, not my son, when I had my daughter, I was in a phase of somewhat anxiety and anxiousness. I can't even say the word. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, with my husband, because we were kind of going through a little rough patch, and that child, as it comes into your life, it just makes you kind of forget everything else that happened, or it makes you, be more forgiving because you want to work out any situation, be it small or big, because you have a child now. You have life that you need to take care of, and your focus is now on what's the best thing for this child. Now, you could give it a couple months for them, and she could figure out, hey, this may not be the best thing because my feelings are still getting hurt while you're out there doing whatever. So, the whole Khloe and Tristan thing, I say 6 months, and then she'll be back in LA, in Calabasas, with the rest of the Kardashians. Okay? So another trending topic is, sticking with, I guess, the Kardashian thing. Kanye got back on Twitter. Well, he had said some stuff. I don't think he rants. I mean, a lot of people think he rants on Twitter, on social media, or whatever. I don't think that's the case. I think he's really going through like a life-changing situation, and I think that sometimes people like to express themselves to the public just to get some type of feedback because they may not be getting the advice they need at home or around their friends, so they're trying to get an opinion of someone who really don't know them. and to put some information like that on social media, or even to post a picture of you and Lamar after this whole Khloe and Tristan situation, it just shows that you have either Kim told you to do that just to get a dig at Tristan, or you just are going through the emotions of life. He's doing a new album, supposedly almost finished with that, but at the same time, you got your wife that's always, you know, Instagramming the photos of her half naked or naked for that matter, and then you have your mom passing. You don't really have a lot of family. Your friends is mostly celebrities, and they're not really your friends. You just went through the situation with Jay-Z and Beyonce, and you're trying to recover from that and your mental state. So I think that sometimes when he puts certain things on social media, it's to get an opinion from the public without asking. So to most people, they might be like, oh, he's ranting, but yet you're still going to comment on it, um, which is giving him some information that he may need to go do a new song, or to um, change his hair color again. With, like, what the fuck was that? Really, Kanye? Really? You know better. I think you should know better by now. But anyway, the whole Kanye rant situation, that's him. That's his MO. A lot of people nowadays are following every single footstep that he has done from the beginning of his career, and yet he's still being labeled the crazy one. But, pick and choose your battle. Okay, so Cardi B, very trending topic. Her Coachella performance, I saw bits and clips of it. I thought she did good. The dancing, I mean, I know she's, hood, or, she used to be a stripper and things like that, but when you pregnant and you open your legs out as if you about to pop it, you gonna pop a baby out of there. That was not something that I would suggest you do. I don't mind you dancing and twerking or whatever. That's because that's you. You had your theme of with the strippers in the background, things like that. But when you got in front of millions of people and spread your legs to pop it open, everybody's face should have been turned up looking like ill, because don't nobody want to see that as a pregnant woman. That ain't cute. It ain't sexy. It's really, really ridiculous. Like, I love Cardi B. I love her songs. I love her whole album. I think it's fresh. My favorite song on her new album is I Like That. I love that blend of that um, Hispanic flair, and integrated into hip hop. I love that song. Like, that should be in the next video. Like, seriously. I know people like Moneybags and things like that. Be careful. I like those too, but I think to step outside the box of what the whole mumble rapping and hip hop and pop culture of it all, to bring that type of flair to people is something so different, so unique, that it stands out greatly. So I do like that. I think, Cardi B is a great artist. She came from, the bottoms. I think that her story could be a little better told, coming from being on the streets and the stripper, and, her gang and Barty gang and all that. Like, I feel like you could tell your story a little bit better. But I do like her as an artist. I like her as a person. Some of her Instagram, Snapchat feeds that I've seen with her talking about, the taxes and presidential in America, things like that. I think she has some insight. I wouldn't say she's, running that God's and earth ram, but she may know some people who are consciously aware of themselves and the black culture. And I think that, as she gets more famous, or gets more shmoney, as she says, then she'll understand whom she is as a woman, and hopefully the child she has, to raise that child with understanding of the culture. Her and her fiance Offset, they, that whole Migos situation, they talk about the culture, they album culture. I think you got to really understand what the hip hop, black, Latino, American culture really is, and you got to really break that down to the science, because I'm telling you, they can easily destroy you from words that you say, especially on social media. So I like Cardi B. I think she's great. shouldn't have popped her coochie at the Coachella Festival. I don't think that's great. But everything else, thumbs up on her. Okay, so speaking of Coachella, Beyonce, or Beachella, the Beehive is out there. Hey, Beehive. I'm half and half on the Beehive. Like, I like some Beyonce, but I'm not like a die-hard fan to where I'm like I'm beehiving it out. Like, oh, I'm going to every concert. I'm about to get all her merch. Like, I'm not that type of a fan, but I do think she is a great artist. I think she can really sing. I think she's gotten out of the whole ballads and just stuck to more um, pop, hip hop, R&B, which is fine. But I when you look at some of the talk show hosts and things like that talk about Beyonce and the way that they discuss her vocals as if she can't really sing, I think she can sing really well. She can really sing. It's just you don't do enough interviews, or you kind of left out of that ballad tone. I think Tamar Braxton is a great one that you should collab with on a ballad. Like, that would be amazing to just see the two of them, really just giving it their all, especially from her relationship standpoint and Tamar's relationship standpoint. I mean, a good, heartbreak ballad, or I'm a stronger woman, out of these relationship type, songs. I think that would be good for the two of them to collab on. Um, People are saying that Beyonce is the best performer ever, living or dead, of all times. I cannot say that that is true. I still feel like Michael Jackson is the greatest of all time. Beyonce is a close second. Like, I wouldn't doubt that. For the many performances that I have seen, even with Prince, I would say you have to understand that with Prince, he's using the guitar. He's got his dancers. He's, that engaged in the crowd. With Michael Jackson, he's giving, like, Beyonce dances, Michael Jackson dances. Michael Jackson has literally defined gravity. Can we get that in there for a second? Like, he literally defined gravity. You leaning in, you coming back up, you're putting that much weight on your body. Yes, I know Beyonce is dancing in heels, and she's got all these choreographers, and she's walking downstairs, and everything's easy breezy for her. I understand that she's a great performer. She is very great, but Michael Jackson is the greatest of all time, living or dead. Because without Michael, you wouldn't have Beyonce. Without Michael, you wouldn't have a Chris Brown or a Justin Bieber or whomever. Like, you wouldn't have those artists if it wasn't for Michael Jackson. So for that fact alone, it's what letting you know he's the greatest of all time. Okay? Beyonce is the second runner-up. I'll give you that. But Michael Jackson, you can't be Michael Jackson. Come on now. She would tell you herself that he's the greatest. But she appreciates the Beehive and all the love that she's getting for people saying that. She appreciates that. But, Beyonce's my second runner-up for the greatest of all time as far as like a performer goes. So, love Beyonce Coachella. It was good. Okay, so another pop culture news is the whole Jennifer Lopez. I guess everything just ties into each other. Jennifer Lopez probably is not worried about Beyonce's performance. She's a great performer in her own right, with her Vegas shows. I think she's not the greatest singer, but she was giving you performances, and I loved her on. I think she hosted or opened one of the BT Awards like 2 or 3 years ago, and she did like a homage to hip hop. I think that performance was super dope. Like, it wasn't a Beyonce, okay, but I think it was still super dope of her to come out and just represent that hip hop culture. I think she would be a great performer for halftime for Super Bowl. They need to try to give her a try on some of those things because her Vegas shows are amazing. So I think that Jennifer Lopez don't really have nothing to worry about when it comes to Beyonce. They're not on the competition of each other. It's more of womanly, friendship, homage. I think you're great. I think you're great in your own right. So, but as far as like Jeff Lopez and A-Rod or Alice Rodriguez, I think that they make a great couple. I, feel like it's boosted his celebrity for sure, and hers to a degree because people in the sports world really didn't know her. So, if you take someone, two people out of New York, and just that alone gives you a feeling of a partnership, and you see the people from New York and Jersey and things like that who really love to see their relationship grow, especially for Jennifer Lopez, because the Casper guy, you knew you should have been with that dude from one for jump. Okay, Mark Anthony, okay, he's a handsome guy for a Hispanic young man. However, he just always turned me the wrong way. Like, you always looked kind of shady. He always kind of looked like he was cheating on somebody or something. Like, he thought he was Rico Suave or something. I don't know. But I do like Alex Rodriguez and Jennifer Lopez together. I think they're a great couple, and they're doing business ventures. I don't think they'll get married. I think they love just being in a relationship, and because they've both been married. She's been married several times, so it's like, we have our children. We're a blended family. Yes, we can do business ventures together. They got that whole gym situation going on right now. So I think that as long as they stick to just that and don't try to rush marriage, they'll be fine. Like, initially I was like, well, this may be a summer fling or something like that, but they've been going strong. So I think that Jennifer Lopez has found her a good one. He seems to understand her limelight and how to play into that, as well as she is giving him his space as a man to do his own thing. He's got a lot of things. That whole Shark Tank show that he's now on, I think that came about because of the relationship. I don't think he would have got that on his own. But as far as like his sports anchors and all that type of stuff, you see Jennifer Lopez at them games, it's gonna make you have more seats at the game. So just that alone in baseball, it's kind of boosted her up a bit to a degree, and him as well. I like their relationship together. It's cool. Um, for my makeup viewers out there who love makeup and just see or try different things, new things, I would say Glam Masters is executive produced by Kim Kardashian and a couple other people. Mario, her makeup artist, is there. Um, what's the black girl name? I forget her name. From Orange is the New Black, the transvestite or transgender, not transvestite. I'm sorry, guys. The transgender black girl from Orange is the New Black. She's on there. I like that show. It gives me ideas as far as like makeup, being creative, different like that. It's about to go off air. I think it's got one more episode. I'm not really sure. I started watching it and then I kind of lost track. Life, okay, people. Life gets in the way. But that's a show that I think a lot of you makeup lovers would like to watch. Project Runway is another fave of mine just because I like fashion. I like to look at different pieces that they do and try to find things that I feel can work for me in everyday life. So a good thing also as far as like fashion and clothing, some people feel like it's a little taboo for like thrift stores or antique stores or things like that, but you can find really good vintage pieces and bring it back into style at your thrift store or antique spots and things like that. Like, you don't have to always go to a major department store to find some look. You can really try to get something unique and affordable at the same time. Now, do I like a couple of high-end pieces? Yes, I do. I love me some Steve Madden. I think he's great. Um, on a side note of that, though, why everybody on Sheree about her jailbird man? Like, what was that, a white collar crime that he did or whatever? So if you look at Steve Madden, who went to prison for a white collar crime, and Sheree's boyfriend that's in prison now for a white collar crime, what's the difference? He came out and we still love his shoes, we still love his purses. Like, what's the difference between him and Sheree man? Because he black? I don't understand that. Anyway, that's just some whole another topic. Excuse me. Atlanta Housewives reunion, not to my par. Like, I was expecting more out of them. It was okay, but I'm expecting more, so whatever. But yeah, as far as like the high end pieces and things like that, I think that I love me some Steve Madden. I got quite a few purses of his. I like Michael Kors type stuff, but it's just so trendy and such a fad right now, it turns me off. Like, I don't want to be walking around with a person somebody already has. Like, if I see that, it disturbs me. It rubs me the wrong way, because it's almost like everybody's shopping at the same spot, and I don't like that. That's why I kind of like to go and find unique pieces, different places, not just at a major department store. Um, I do, you know what? One of my favorite fragrances that's so good on my skin tone, excuse me, and on my body is J'adore, the original J'adore Dior perfume. Love it. Husband bought me a bottle, like $200. That's gonna last me for a minute. Okay, I'm not wasting no $200 bottle of perfume. Some of y'all might be like, this nigga is crazy. I know, but he knows what I want, and it's not that often that I ask for it. So, okay. Um, what else? I don't know. It's just a lot of things in the news and pop culture. It's just so hard to figure out, you know, what's what. But for the most part, I think, you know, the whole fashion industry and how they're getting consumers to purchase their items nowadays through social media. You're not really seeing a whole lot of you're seeing designers now have their models posted on their social media pages with their clothes on, versus the catwalks, and you used to see it all on TV and all that. Now you can see bits and pieces of it from different news sites or blogs or things like that. I think that social media has gotten a very good upgrade on how to promote and commercial certain items, you know. So mm, find out your fashion, find out what fits and works for you, your fragrance, your makeup, you know, different things like that. Find what works for you, and go big and bold, or don't do it at all. Okay. Okay, guys. So finally, that was my um, few pop culture topics here on the couch, chatting with you guys. Um, if you guys have any comments or questions, please comment below. Like this video if you just like to chat with your girl, and share it if you want to share it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. This is Jessica Chats. I'm Jessica. You're on the couch. Tune in next time.